Hi everyone, I'm Kushal and I'm here today to explain to you guys about my 4th week's STEAM challenge. I made my project in a website called simulator.io. In simulator.io, there's many things that you can do, and this project is just a part of it. And there's some elements over here, many elements, and I use some of them over here. And here there's like a line attacher, and this one's like a delete tool. This is like a tool data. This is a select tool. This is a text tool, and many more. And I'm now gonna explain about the parts I've used in this presentation or my project. This one's a half adder. Half adder is see it says half adder adds two 1-bit numbers all over here for half adders. Have FF, it's also known as a flip flop or a D latch. Can hold a state. Sets Q to D only on a falling edge, right? And this one's a clock, which kind of clock generates a clock signal. You can control clocks during an active simulation, right? Secure edges wait until simulation gets inactive. And this is a button, it's used as a normal button. Basic input element. Output connector is the middle of the element. Simulator mode, click on it to emit a single pulse. Right? This is known as a binary code one. It's known as a shifting register. Shifts all 1 bits by 1 and stores current input on a falling edge. Output is always last bit of the row. Right? Segment display. It displays things. This is known as an input. See? Input switch. This is known as a NOT gate. These are the, as you see, the round stuff over here, they're all LEDs. And let's see what my project does. Oh, sorry guys. I'm clicking it. I'm gonna click run. See, it's blinking. You know why? Because I haven't given it the input yet. See, I'm gonna click on it. See, it's now running all on its own. As you guys see, it's running now really fast. But I can stop it by clicking on the X mark over here, or when it's running, I can click on the manual button I put over here. When you guys zoom in, you guys will see the STP over here. Click on it, it stopped, right? And if you notice another pattern, always when you press the button, you'll always notice it says either 1 or other numbers that equal 15, right? 7, 8, 15, 11 and 4, 15, 15 and 0, 15, 0 and 15, 15, 3 and 12, 15, like etc. That's what happens. And also, if you guys must notice another thing that I'm gonna go back to my edit mode. See, when the get an input, it's going to the memory FF flip flop and going back in, and it's going back as an input for the same part, and then it's going to another part, and it's going to second line, and going third line, and fourth line, and etc. And now I'm going to show you guys how to do this manually. See, I'm going to bring my input now. See, and now I want to now do it manually. So what do? There's a button over here, and I click on that. It gives me manual inputs. I can do it manually. And over here, you can see the binary code. See, each time I'm clipping it, it changes. That's because of the binary code. The automation is happening because of this option over here. I can also make it manually by doing it over here. That's however you can do it. And also for this project, what you can also do is that you can add some more LEDs or have LEDs. I put on the LEDs right now because like if I run it and I give it input first and then when I run it, I know which line it's on. Well, it normally glows on the line, but if you want more clear view, then I put on the LEDs so like you know which line it's on betterly. And yeah, also what you can do on this one is that I put on a button over here, right? And now I'm gonna use this line to connect this one with any line. For now, I'm gonna connect it with the last line for now, okay? I connected it with this line, okay? Now let's guess what's gonna happen. Okay, well, you know what? Let's not guess. Let's go on to the project. Now I'm gonna make it automatic, but first I have to give it an input. I gave it an input, I'm gonna make it automatic. But now, when it comes to the last line which this button's connected to, it's gonna freeze. You know why? Because I blocked this automation by putting a button in the middle, and even if I click it, nothing's gonna happen. I only can do this part manually, and when it comes back to that, I can't do anything. See? It's on that part. Now I take, if the line is off, see, it's not bright anymore. If I do it, it's gonna stop back right there. So now I'm gonna connect that same thing to another line. So yeah, you guys can believe me. So I connected to this one now. So let's see what's gonna happen now. Okay, well, it now already has some power because of that line, and I'm gonna give it an input, and I run it. That's gonna happen. You know why? Because it's not any of those lines. It's the flip flopper. See, it's now getting its input from the straight line, and nothing's gonna happen because the straight line stopped. And I can't even. I can only do it manually now. It's just the same thing, but I can't see if the light goes off on that last part. See, and the light goes off. That's only when we can do something. I'll say still on the last line. Oh my gosh, we need to miss this part. And now we need to still wait for that part to light off, so go off. And yeah, now it's off, right? I'm now going to press automatic button and stops when there's light again. That's because this button is connected to the main automation part. So now let's do the back part again. And I'm now going to connect it to maybe the other button. Why not? See, I now connected to the other button, and let's see what happens. Oh, I gotta give it input. Run it. See, it's only gonna run once. You know why? Because this button's pressing manually. Now you can also do manually with this button, or even this button. It's the same thing, but now you can go automatic. Cause like, see, I'm pressing on the automatic button, but it's not gonna go automatic. Cause like this lock button over here is connected to this button, which makes it stop when I click it. But this button is also connected to this button, which is connected to this button, which is connected to all these lines, right? So that's why this only part, which is connecting these two lines, can stop the whole program from running automatically. And now, thank you guys for listening and hope you liked my project.